Parnia, still Parnia, unfortunately not yet Dahe. Looking at the decision, Tier 3 formable, they're both Tier 3, so I don't know if they will actually be able to do both. It could be that he's trying to form Parthia and not Dahe. That brings him to Federated Tribe. This brings him to Autocratic Monarchy. So it could be that that's what he's trying to do. All he needs to do is make sure that Parthia do not exist. And currently he is at war with Parthia. That's probably the case. He's trying to form Parthia instead. Yeah, unable to form any other country of the same or lower tier for both of them. So yeah, it does seem like that is it. So you get a city out of it. You get Parthian as primary culture. What is your current primary culture? Let's have a look. In Nation Overview, it's Dahe primary culture, and he's 79% of it. That's gonna be rough for him, actually. He gets 8 pops. It's gonna be rough for him. Parnia gets Parthian identity for 15 years, giving primary culture happiness, promotion speed, and a huge amount of assimilation speed. So that would help. But still, he's going to be having a lot of pain, I think, in the short term. Looking at India, we've got Anuradhapura. Wait. We had a player here. Where did Andhra go? He dead. Andhra dead. Did Cheese kill Andhra? Well, now he's in a pretty big war against Pravapura and Kalinga. And this guy as well. So, it's rough for him. Mauri is expanding all the way across the Himalayan frontier and now has a border with Madra. Is there an alliance there? Yes, there is. And also with Boja. But not with any of the southern Indians like Alupa, who's also at war with Kuntala. Bactriana did expand a little bit, but not a huge amount. And it would be nice if he got a bit of revenge on Bactriana. Right, looking at Sicily again. It seems like the Macedonians have pushed them out. Really shouldn't have bothered going any further than Sisapo. I mean, sorry, you shouldn't have bothered going for this one. After Sisapo, you should have probably gone this way. It does look like they've got a new idea, though, and that's probably to go up from the south. Etruria, how are you doing? It looks like Taurinia is not going to be living for very much longer. Etruria have 2 sieges going on at the same time. I don't know where the Taurinian army is. Oh, there. Found it. What's his plan? I mean, the thing is, Etruria can now see it because he's got navy. Yeah. Has that Lower Arabian formable been made, Yamnat? Yes, it has. Yamnat has formed, and he's now got a target on his back because no one wants Yamnat to win 3 in a row. Egypt, let's have another look at you. Is it, whose war is it? Cyrenaica's war. Okay, so we'll switch to Cyrenaica. It is over, I assume, Cyprus. Yes, it is. And they look fairly confident of taking that. It doesn't seem like the Antagonists have any answer for that. Hello, how are you doing?
The player I'm at war with just became a subject to the AI, and it's black flagged me, and occupations have disappeared and everything.
That's exploity as fuck.
Yeah. We were heavily winning the war after all of that, and he's basically given himself as a tributary to Helvia.
That is super exploiting. Fucking Tresman ass.
Yeah, now this war's fucked now.
Well, what I can say is you'll have some kind of punishment. Probably he'll lose his 2 eastern provinces.
Right.
But yeah, I agree, that's really shitty.
Because So no, I can't do anything because I can't get to Veneto now. I can't kill the player in the middle. There's nothing we can do.
You can make him a tribal vassal or a tributary.
I wanted to outright kill them because I didn't want players up here.
Alright, come into the Dacia chat with me. That's where they are, but don't say anything, you're just gonna get angry.
Okay.
That's literally all they
Hey,
got.
Trasmaneus, that's incredibly exploity what you've done.
What did I do?
You became a tributary of another party for no reason to
I
end the
haven't
war.
done anything, man. I just auto got out of the war. I know what you're talking about.
Auto got out of the war. Okay, well, if that's going to be your attitude, don't bother coming back next week.
I haven't done absolutely anything. I thought he white pieced me.
You give tribute to Helvia.
I haven't done anything. The AI must have pressed the war or whatever. I don't know. I haven't done absolutely anything.
Okay, don't bother coming back next week. Don't bother coming back next week.
I think he white pieced me. Like, literally.
He's also banned from the server. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm not putting up with that. That's bullshit.
So what?
I can't kick him out of the game, unfortunately. That's not possible. But he won't be coming back next week.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Macedon because the AI is now in control of this war. So I don't want to fuck them guys over in that. I'll try and sort something out.
Sure. Wait, are you at war with Helvia now? Is that... How did this go down now, then? Truria is now at war with Salacia as the war leader? Yeah, that is completely fucked. I mean, he could sue for peace, and that's so shitty. That is so unbelievably shitty what he did. I'm really annoyed. Oh, Trasmaneus is complaining at me in private chat. I don't care. Alright, let's have a look at Thrace a second. I want to see how close he is to it. He's still not going to explode. What in their shit? How is he managing this? Rebellion chance. How is it only 15.5% wanting to rebel? That's crazy. I assume it's got to be something to... Yeah, maybe this won't rebel because it's the same culture group? Is that perhaps the issue? I could have sworn culture groups could still rebel. And it was only your culture that wouldn't. That's very strange indeed. Alright. So Antigonid Empire has completely lost control of Cyprus. So what is the plan now then for them? Because they're being sieged by Lydia in the north and Phrygia. Pergamon is involved. I assume it's on the opposite side to Cyrenaica. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. So how is Phrygia involved in this? What is your war? Oh, and that is everyone crashed. Well, I think that's going to be game over then. Oh, and I can't save the fucking game again. God damn it, I hate this so much sometimes. Fucking hell, go away. Right, we've only got 20 minutes. We have to do a rehost. This is not gonna work. 20 minutes for a rehost, not gonna happen.
Is the session over?
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, he's got 20 minutes left. There's no way there's gonna be a rehost in that amount of time.
I agree. But it was a fun session.
Dude, I got an event when I first joined in that gave me 2,000 gold. Not even shitting you.
14 years, fucking agony.
I was about to finish that wall.
Alright, Yeah, that was a rough session.
I don't think I'll get points because I couldn't expand.
Did we just crash it together, or is it because we?
I hope I get points so I can maybe go under minus 100 points during this entire game.
I
We've
got
gotten
8
more.
pop.
I'm at minus 147 points.
My fucking ally disconnected.
Oh, we should go to the forum.
And then the session ended early, so I couldn't do any fucking thing.
I'm so close.
Have you saved the game, Lambert?
Yeah, I've saved the game. Alright, I guess if you want to come to watch my stream, then I'll do the points. I actually need to sort out points for the people who changed country later. I haven't done anything with them yet, I'm afraid.
It seems that way, or the quality is so bad on your stream.
No, I became a what's called affiliate, so you can change it now, and I guess it's just automatically chosen the worst quality.
We're not doing a rehost, are we?
No. All right. Anyway, for the people who are watching on YouTube, I will do these points and I will be right back. But just initial thoughts. Fucking really rough session. That's pretty much all I can say. Rough session. Alright, I'll be right back. Hello and welcome to the post-game talk, the post-game breakdown, and yeah, just talk about what happened in the session. So, rough, very, very rough session indeed. We went a mere 7 years this session, so clearly the problems that we had with desyncs and lagging and hot joins was really bad this session, and that is a real shame. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary regardless. I try, even though there is lots of pauses and freezes and all that, to keep it entertaining for you guys. So I hope that showed through and it was fun for you guys to watch. But yeah, all I can say is apologies for the slow session. Let us start over in India, because that's a place that I didn't look a whole lot around. So straight away we've got Anuradhapura, who is just charging on north. They took out the small country that was here, that was a player. I forgot the name of it now. But apparently they were not able to come next week, and he decided, him and Cheese, to have an honourable 1v1 before the end of the session, and Anuradhapura has won and, you know, completely annexed them, so Anuradhapura did really expand quite well. Boja had quite a few problems with desyncing issues, so unfortunately he wasn't able to expand all that much this session, and it really, really hampered him. He and Maria were supposed to have a big war versus a lot of these little guys together. All these little guys are involved in some kind of defensive league, so the fact that Boja kept having so many problems meant Maria didn't expand as much as he wanted to either. Madra continuing to do quite well. They've expanded very nicely, possibly going to eat Alexandru Limon next session. Perhaps, I'm not sure yet. I think Alexandru Limon is a player. It's played by Elkmoose, who did get points in the last session. So it's entirely possible that that alliance is going to continue. Who knows? Moving on up north, again, it's not a country that I really spent a lot of time looking at, but Shul expanded very nicely as well. Then Bactriana expanded a bit with the help of Parnia, and he's currently in a war against Alexandria Magani and Kharesmia and Alexandria Ishat. This is Foghorn's final session. He was being a substitute for Tally, who will be coming in next session. And Foghorn is off to do some military service for Canada. So it's been fantastic to have him around. Played quite a bit with him, both in my own multiplayers, in the multiplayer that goes on over at the Battlegrounds channel, where I'm playing as Macedon, and also played a lot of Wargame Red Dragon with him. He's a really cool guy, and I hope his military service goes very well for him. Then we got Parnia, who did get involved in this war, so I guess we should just pan over to here and talk about the war in Mesopotamia. So he had Media attacking Babylon, and apparently he went for a bad war goal, which meant that he was unable to do anything, and Babylon managed to white peace him. So that sucked for Media, but Babylon, he started at war with Osrone, Nineveh, and another little AI that I can't remember the name of. And despite these player wars going on, he stuck with this war. And when he's managed to peace out Media, Persis, he also managed to peace out Syria at some point, then he was able to continue the war that was going on since the very start of the session, and took a large chunk of land. So out of all of the countries around here, Babylon expanded the most, despite being involved in a war against 3 players. So absolutely fantastic work there. He's done incredibly well. So massive props to him there. Moving on, we'll go down to the Egypt region. Cyrenaica and Egypt, they seem to be friends now. I was expecting them to be enemies after Cyrenaica took over a large chunk of what I think was called Ammon. Kush really expanding as well. They've got this, the Upper Nile really well locked down. I think next session they're going to take out Boras, Guarana, these little dudes down here, and just be a really big powerhouse country down in the south. If they want Egypt dead, I feel like they could probably do it. Egypt, though, is a very powerful country in its own right. So, yeah, maybe something will happen there. Who knows? Lichian doing well as well. It seems like he and Yamnat have some kind of deals going on, because they've been involved in 2 player wars now, and I don't think any combat has been fought between them. Yamnat, it has to be said, he didn't really do all that much. Just formed Yamnat, basically, and Yamnat in the previous 2 games has won the multiplayer, so he's gonna have a big hill to climb to be able to do that this time. At the moment, Yamnat has 4 points only, whereas the highest ranked nation has 27, which is Boja here. Will we see Yamnat win a 3rd multiplayer in a row? Who knows? Now, moving on to Anatolia. We had this large war, Thrace versus Pergamon. Macedon also involved as well, Pontus as well. Pontus, unfortunately, got pieced out. One of the lag spikes that happen when anyone tries to hot join really screwed with him, as he accidentally accepted a white peace offer. And that really led to Pergamon being completely crushed. There's plenty of little AI around here, so he could definitely get his strength back and take back his land from Thrace, but maybe he needs to go and talk to the Italian... I don't really know what to call this little alliance block, but it seems Etruria, Sicily, and Massilia are tight together, and we need to come up with a name for that team. But yeah, the Greeks really... they stuck with it for a long time. Macedon were involved in a war up here against 2 little AI nations that he was getting an awful lot of war exhaustion from calls for peace. The reason he didn't peace them out is he was worried that they would, or maybe Epirus would, join in some kind of war that they were in as well. And he didn't want that. They wouldn't have, but I guess he just misunderstood the mechanics behind how, defensive leagues work. And he was a bit worried about that. At the moment, Macedon are involved in a war against Etruria, Sicily, and Massilia because of Etruria's war against the Cisalpine Gauls, who we will, of course, get to in a moment. Thrace, he's really struggling right now, I think, because he's got a massive, massive amount of war exhaustion, and a lot of his provinces are completely disloyal. And so I still feel like he's probably going to be experiencing a rebellion. I was assuming it was going to happen as soon as he pieced out. There was going to be a rebellion starting to tick up, but it seems I was mistaken on that. I still think some kind of rebellion is going to happen. So perhaps Pergamon, if he manages to, fight off Lydia Phrygia, ally with Pontus, maybe even try and get Iberia involved, maybe? Not sure. But I think they can push Thrace back out. I'm pretty confident on that. Now, on to the... You know what, we're going to leave you alone for a minute. We're going to go over to Mauritania, who expanded nicely. It didn't seem like he got involved in many wars, but his borders are relatively secure now. If he's friendly with Massilia and Turdetania, then he can just sit here and, become good. He also has this land up here, which it's an interesting conquest for him. Maybe he's going to be coming into a bit of conflict with the Iberians over this, maybe even Etruria or Sicily. Towards the Iberians, Ilir Cavonia is a player, but he had some problems with dropping out, and he took land that Tithia was supposed to get. They were working together, so they'd made a deal who got what land, and Ilir Cavonia's AI ended up taking it. Tithia is currently at war, and to get the land that he wants, of course he's at war up here right now, to get this land he would need a border. He currently doesn't have a border. There are rules against selling land while at war, but I'm going to allow this just the one time because he really should have this land. It was a complete AI derp for Ilir Cavonia to take it. So I'm going to allow them to sell this land while Tithia is at war, and then he can also take Aravancia in the next session. That really does sum up everything other than this mess. So, Pergamon, while being at war with Thrace and Macedon, sent a message to Etruria saying, Macedon is quite weak. He's got, his armies are over in Thrace. If you want to attack him, now is the perfect time. Sicily wants to really expand into Peloponnese and Greece region. That's why he's got Elis as a vassal. And so they did. Etruria attacked Taurinia, who was allied with Macedon, and Sicily came in on it, and Sicily's goal is to take over a bunch of Greece. Now, Etruria was massively winning against Taurinia. He was dominating him. And what we assume happened is that Taurinia, seeing that he was really losing badly, decided to attack another country and then peace out by offering to become a tributary, immediately removing him from the war for no cost and putting an AI, Silesia, as the new war leader. So that was completely against the rules, like objectively completely broken. You exploited the game. You have really screwed up everything here. You broke the rules. This is what I'm saying. You broke the rules. When I went to confront him about this and ask him what the hell was up and try and diplomatically sort out the situation, he was very aggressive and lied to me, and I'm not really going to accept that. So he's now gone, and he's not coming back. And it sucks because the guy was also a patron of mine. So I took a monetary hit to uphold the integrity of the game. So what I've done is I have removed Taurinia as a tributary of Helvia, and I have got him to attack Etruria. So Taurinia is taking all the pain with regards to, breaking truce and all that. So Etruria is now at war. I also used the consul to give him the cities that he had sieged before the war ended. He doesn't have these two sieged, or this one, but he has the cities that he had sieged. So he's going to be able to do whatever he wants, basically. The only problem is Taurinia was the war leader. He was a player in the war that Macedon is in, and now Silesia, who wants peace, are now the war leader. You never want the AI to be a war leader in a player versus player war, because all you need to do is make sure that they are very unhappy, and you can take whatever the fuck you want from a player. So I believe what these players have agreed to do is to white piece Macedon out of the war. I feel like that is very honourable. I have no problems with that kind of deal, though I do believe there is going to be a future war between them next session. Terrania, though, is gone. Cinemania was a player. He shouldn't have been a player. I never agreed that he would join as Cinemania, so I have no problems whatsoever with Etruria completely annexing him. Just 100%. I have no problems with that whatsoever. Veneto as a player, I don't know what's going to happen with him. It's completely up to Etruria on that front. But Etruria does have very little manpower, and I assume he might be either white piecing or getting out a little bit lighter than he would otherwise. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. We've talked about everyone other than Pisuria, who now own a big chunk of land up here from their one little province, which has done wonders for their score. So if we have a look at this screen here, this is the session 1 end of session pops and stuff. If we scroll over just a smudge, we can have a look at session 2. So I've already done the scores as per usual, and we can see that in first place is Pisuria and also Boja for points gain, plus 15 points for each of them, and you actually can't see that at all. So let me just quickly fix that. There we go, points gain. So, as I said, Pisuria gets 15 points, Boja also gets 15 points, and then in second place, equally, is Illyricovonia and Maria, both getting 12 points. Elis gets 8, Thrace gets 8, Mauritania 6, Babylon 6, and then Shul and Egypt both get 4. So very, very interesting point breakdowns. Nobody got both growth and percent gain. Yeah, it's just the way things shaked out. So I think the most interesting things to note here then are that Pisuria went from, very few pops, 5 pops to 206. That is the biggest percent gain that we've seen in any of my multiplayers so far. So massive props to Pisuria for that. Other interesting things are, if I sort by growth, I think this is the one. There we go. Boja, 630. Maria, 629. Thrace, 624. There's 6 pops in the difference here, and that's points. They are the top 3, so if Thrace had taken 7 more pops, he would have gotten 7 more points. So yeah, it's just, I love it when it's so tight like this. If you sort by gain as well, I think there's a little bit of a closeness between these two, but otherwise everything seems to have shaken out pretty nicely. So sort by points there. Babylon started with negative 36 points, and now he is up to only negative 15. So he's doing really, really well. If we have a look at Babylon there, he's done very, very well for himself. Just fighting player wars. He's definitely been the one fighting the most player wars. And it seems like there's probably going to be more in the next session. But yeah, those are the points. That's the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Apologies for the pain with lag and hot joins and desyncs and all that kind of garbage. Hopefully it's going to be better next time, so I hope you stick around for that. Thank you all very much for watching. If you would like to watch this live in the future, we stream this every Sunday at 8 PM on British time. So I hope to see you over on DLive. The link is in the description. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.